Hey, Joey. You are 2.5 sacks away from tying Junior Seau for number 5 in sacks for the team in team history. Are you aware of that? How much consideration do you give those stats?
I was not aware, but that's pretty cool. I mean, he's a legend, and to be able to compete with that in a short period of time I think says something. And it's something that I can be proud of, but it's not something that I was focused on or really knew at all. But now that you tell me, it's pretty cool, definitely.
Okay. Joey, next month in November, next week, actually, we have My Cause, My Cleats. And are you doing something special for these cleats this year?
Yeah. The past few years, I've been working with my buddy Shawn. It's called More Than Four. It's for pediatric cancer. So this year, past few years, we've been having some artists work on them, but this year I'm going to just send them out to Shawn, and he's going to work on them himself. So that'll be pretty cool.
When will you debut that? And can you elaborate on More Than Four for us?
Well, unless we do some showing or whatever, it'll be debuted whatever week that is. But yeah, More Than Four. So originally I met Shawn in Texas for the Lombardi Award, and he just really touched me. Knew more about football than I did, and just talking to him was really impressive. He was a really bright kid, and he's a 4-time cancer survivor, and he brought to my attention that only 4% of cancer research goes towards pediatric cancer. So funding, I mean, so it's something that hits close to me. Just being able to spend time with some of these kids and see the smiles that they can have on their face going through such hard times. It just gives you real perspective on things that people are going through. And yeah, so it's just over the past few years, it's grown close to my heart, and just to be able to work with Shawn and help him any way I can is great.
That's pretty cool, Joey. Thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Ellie.
Mute button?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Laura. How's your brother?
He's good. He's it's definitely tough mentally going through this, but having my parents, they've been switching in and out, coming in to take care of him, and it just means a lot for him. And just to have his family around, I think it's good for him. And he's going to be moving on to the next step here pretty soon, going out to Philly to finish up some of his rehab. So he's excited to do that and start moving forward. So it's definitely a tough process, but we're just trying to make it as easy as we can on him. And we understand sometimes that just means space.
What do you guys do at night?
Yeah, we've just been watching some movies. Watched the new Borat movie last night. I can't say I recommend that one to the faint of heart, but it was pretty funny. Watched the Doors movie the other night. That was pretty interesting. So we've just been hanging out, watching some movies. Tried to watch Apocalypse Now, but you need some special extra subscription to watch that, of course. But no, we've just been hanging out, having some good time, spending time together. My mom's stuck cooking pounds of food every single night, so it's been good.
What's her best dish? You're like,
so for me on my birthday every year, she does an ossobuco with the risotto, and that's probably my favorite. And for my brother, he does the other day is actually his birthday. She does a meatloaf brajol, it's called, with nuts and prosciutto, and it's quite good. We ate a lot of it. So yeah, she's a beast in there.
And one thing I want to ask you, you always are so nice to your opponents on the field after the game. Yeah, showing them moves, showing them what to do, how to push off. Why do you do that?
I think it's an honor to me to have a young kid come in the league and be watching me. It's crazy to me to think that anybody looks up to me, and it's just it's wild to think of that people are looking to me for advice, and it's just hard to contemplate that sometimes. So it just means so much that somebody would actually really look out to me for advice. And anytime somebody asks that, I'm glad to help them. I can't remember his name from LSU last week, Chason. I can't remember his last name, but he asked me, and just his eyes wide, bright eyes, excited to learn, and I think that's awesome. And for him to want to learn from me, it's like I said, it's kind of surreal.
Thank you.
Hopper.
Hey, Joey, just to elaborate on that a little bit, I know it must have been your rookie year when you played the Chiefs and Tamba Hali actually was teaching you stuff. How much of it is just like the fraternity of pass rushers and wanting to pay it forward, the stuff that you've learned from other guys in similar situations?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We're all out here trying to figure out what works, what's the best moves in that. And I understand some people think of it as, hey, it's something that I've created, I've worked on. I don't want to give out my secrets. And I mean, I guess I do understand that in a sense, but a guy like Tamba, who I met back in college and was always awesome, he'd come and work with us with Coach Johnson. So just learning from a guy like that and wanting to be able to pass it on, I think it means a lot.
And then just on Sunday, how much healthier were you? Because you looked like a kind of like a different player out there. How much better did you feel?
I wasn't faking my injuries, I swear. But yeah, no, I felt fast and explosive. I was able to get a lot of my running in the week prior and get back into better shape. My body was feeling a lot better after the week off, so I definitely felt more like myself again.
Fernando.
Joey, can you just talk about you've been improving your run game, your run stopping game the last few years. This week you guys face Phillip Lindsay and former teammate Melvin Gordon. Just what have you seen from tape on both of those guys and how they're running this year?
Yeah, I mean, we already know what Melvin can do. He's a big, strong runner that you got to make sure you wrap up and take him down by his legs. Going to try to get the ball out of his hand, see if we could cause some turnovers. And Lindsay, we know what he can do as well, seeing him the last few years. They're great runners, and we know if we get out of our gaps and we don't play gap sound football and do our assignments, they're going to break it on us. So I think it's just important for all of us to get push and, just do our job this week. And I think if we could shut down the run, we're going to have a good chance of getting after the quarterback.
Joey, are these weeks different for you guys going up against division rivals? Do you feel like there's more intensity going into the week, or do you just feel like it's another game?
There's definitely some more intensity sometimes. This week, right now, we're just focused. I don't think we care who's in front of us. We just want to get back to 500 and keep rolling. So, yeah, this week has been just a little weird with COVID, everything going on and everything. So that's been a little different, changed the vibe a little bit, but it just really feels like a normal week.
And you said that last weekend your body felt great going into the game. How do you feel going into this game this weekend?
I feel good, feel really good, and especially after missing yesterday, I feel extra fresh, so I'll take it as an extra mini bye week. So, yeah, I feel good. Hard to believe we're not even halfway through, though.
Thanks, Joey.
Thanks.
Joe Reedy.
Joey, going back to this risotto for a second, is it a normal risotto or a mushroom or any special?
I don't know what she puts in it. It's cheesy, but I don't know exactly what she does. I let her handle the ingredients. I just
Sounds like a Parmesan risotto.
Sit patiently by the fork and knife.
How salty is this group about now wanting to put together 4 consistent quarters? Because just with the second halves against Tampa Bay and New Orleans, and then you guys played well for 20 minutes against Jacksonville, and there were those last 10 minutes in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Just how salty is this group about now we got to show we got to put together a consistent game?
Yeah, I think last week was good for us, honestly, to come out strong and kind of let them come back on us and to be able to rally. And they did take the lead and to be able to rally as a defense and settle down and finally finish a game like we've been trying. So I think last week was an important game for us to show that we can turn it around. I mean, you you'd like to just blow teams out, but to show that we got up on a team, they rallied back, and we kind of put our foot down and made a push at the end of the game. So I think that was good for us. I don't think it's definitely something that we know we have to do better at, but it's not something that we're overly stressed about. We know we just have to execute better.
And then just, you said you're healthy and fresh now. Is there a feeling that if the bye week was normally scheduled in mid-November like it was, that you might have gotten worse or might have had to miss a game or something?
You know, that I'm not quite sure. Maybe it would be tough kind of recovering with my ankle and everything that I was dealing with. So the week was definitely helpful. But ideally, you definitely like later bye weeks, because come week 10, you're going to be needing a week off. So selfishly, this worked out for me this year, but usually I'd prefer a later bye week.
Okay. Thanks, Joey.
Thanks.
Last question, Chris Harry.
Hey, Joe, we talked about you getting healthy, but when you couple that with getting Melvin back, how much better does that make you and the rest of the D-line?
Yeah, he had a great game, had some great rushes, and just to have him and have depth with Chenna behind him to rotate and always stay fresh is great. Because I feel like our twos have been doing such a great job this year rotating in, and really you haven't seen a huge drop-off, but yeah, obviously every time you get Melvin Ingram back on the field, it's a huge difference. So just to have him and have JJ back as well is great.
And then, Garrett Bowles, you faced him past couple of years. How much better has he gotten from his rookie year to what you're seeing on film here in 2020?
I think he's a good player that plays hard, and we always have a good challenge against him. I wonder if I'll see him too much this week. I've been kind of ending up on the left more this year, but I think they're doing a good job at O-line. Dotson coming in there to fill in. I think he's doing a pretty good job at right tackle. So be a little challenge for us this week for sure.
Great. Thanks, Joey.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Joey.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren. Have a good weekend.